did last time. And we want you to answer some questions. And then we'll have, inshallah, our bi-weekly Kahoot game. Okay? So please pay attention. And one thing I ask, just for some ground rules, okay? Because we're a lot of people here, right? We need some ground rules. You know what ground rules are? Like we're gonna set the rules, okay? The rules, number one, if you want to talk, please raise your hand. If you want to talk, please raise your hand. I don't want to see people chit-chatting and making smaller groups and circles, because you're here for a reason. We all want to help each other, right? First thing. Second thing, if you have a question, just wait till the end of the class for questions and answers, because if we answer questions ongoing, then we're going to lose out on our class, okay? We have a time to work with, and we also have a game we want to play in the end, inshallah. So just be a little patient, okay? And rule number 3, we want to hear as quiet as we can. No noise, no screaming, no fighting, and all that. Even before salah and after salah time comes, we need to respect the masjid, okay? There are people that pray, people come here for making dua and, getting close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If you guys are running around and screaming and they're not going to focus, and it's going to be uncomfortable for them, okay? So we know the excitement, alhamdulillah, is high, but we want to also just respect the space and everybody as well. Jazakumullah khair. Any questions on the ground rules? We're all good. You have questions? You have a question?
Do we have to be social distance?
No, you're okay. You're still very young. You guys are under a smaller group age. It's fine. Let's jump right in.
Should I have the question?
Yes.
What if you can't remember the question any longer?
If you cannot remember the question, it's a good thing to write down questions. That's a practice. I think thank you for reminding me. If you have a burning question and it's related to the class, it's not related, write it down if you can. Right? This way you don't forget it. And in the future, you can always ask it in case we all forget. Okay? Yes, sir.
What if it's like something really important? Like, can we raise our hand? Like,
you can only raise your hand if you need to drink water or you need to go to the bathroom and stuff like that. Once question answer session comes, you can get your session, inshallah. Okay, bismillah, let's start. Oh, Allahu Akbar. Ustad Mahmoud came up with that idea. So he'll be taking down any questions, recording any questions if you have. Okay?
He'll write our questions down.
Yes, and then we'll answer the questions after.
And our
Beautiful.
name next to it so we know which one.
Okay. So please pay attention to this. I just want to make one quick announcement as well. Next week I'm not going to be here. So just 1 week I'm going to miss. I'll be traveling. I'll come the week after, inshallah.
Where are you going to travel?
I'm going somewhere for work. Yes, okay? No, not Jasper.
You're not going to be here next week?
No, it's not vacation. So, inshallah, our dear Ustad Mahmoud will take over with a unique class. It's just a special one-off class. Please, again, ground rules, respect his halaqah, inshallah, and it'll be fun, okay?
So you're not going to be here next week?
No. Okay, so bismillah, let's start, guys. So last time, what did we talk about? Who can remind me real quick what we talked about last time? Real quick. Yes, sir. Oh, excellent. MashaAllah. Fir'aun and his followers. Ala Fir'aun, the term al, right? Not just as family, but as followers, okay? Yes?
How Prophet Musa wanted to save Fir'aun.
Prophet Musa alayhi salam wanted to save Fir'aun. Basically, he wanted to have the sea closed before he crosses, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, no, these people have done so much wrong, now it's time for me to take care of this piece, right? So this is talking about Fir'aun and his followers, because they've done so much wrong after so many signs, right? And this gives us extra faith that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is just, right? Fir'aun had so many chances. He made mockery of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He called himself God, so he committed blasphemy. He also rejected all the 9 signs. He didn't care. He killed people. He killed children. It was very, it's a well-known story. We don't have to go through it again. Patience? Yes, sir?
We were talking about how Musa wanted had a stick and hit it with the sea, so he could close it before.
Yeah, he just mentioned that point that Musa wanted to save Fir'aun. Okay. Yahya?
Fir'aun mocked Allah by telling him, man, build me a...
build for me a tower so I can see Musa's Lord, right? He's trying to say that I don't see him, let me climb really high and see if I can find this Allah of his, right? Yes, sir.
We also talked about if Allah was merciful
Sorry, say it again. If Allah is?
I'm pretty sure we talked about last time about how if Allah is the most merciful, why does He punish al-kafirin?
Okay, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the most merciful, why does He punish the kafirin? Does anybody know the answer to that? Yes?
Because
1 second. Yes, miss.
they were doing sins.
Okay, so they're sort of total sinners. There's no... 1 second. Harith?
Yeah,
Harith.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only punishes a sinner because they are rejecting it. They're not just rejecting the message, but they're also trying their best to stop it.
Yes, so go back to the story of Fir'aun. How many chances Fir'aun had? Like, a lot.
9.
Way more than 9.
Probably even more than 9, right? Just a lot of chances. He was given 9 signs, but he's done so much. Like it's beyond sinning now. This is actually like a fight. They're trying to fight Allah, right? And you don't want to fight Allah. You just don't want to do that, right? Yes, sir.
An answer is like even though Allah is all merciful, He's also the most just and fair. And it wouldn't be fair for those people that do tahiyyat al-masjid, do the sunnahs, stay up late praying for Allah.
Yes.
To be given the same rank as those who just don't worship at all.
Excellent. So when somebody makes a choice to worship Allah, right? Allah has to be fair and just to that person, right? هل يستوي الذين يعلمون والذين لا يعلمون? Is it the same as the people who know and they do good and those people who do not know, right? Or those people who practice and worship Allah and people who do disbelieve, right? There's an element here, right? Yes, sir.
We also learned about traits to become a better Muslim.
Excellent. Traits to become a better Muslim. How can I improve myself? What can I do to become a better Muslim? Okay, I need 2 more people and then we have to jump back to the class. Yes.
We talked about the biggest bounty or blessing that Allah has given us as guidance or hidayah.
Okay. Excellent. So the greatest bounty you can have today, the greatest gift is al-hidayah. Right? We said it's not like, a fancy house or fancy car. Those are nice things to have. Money and even health and everything, right? But the best thing you can have, the best thing that's good for you in this world and in the next is?
I know.
Yes?
Quran and Hadith.
Hidayah, right? Which is guidance, right? Which is all part of that. That's all part of guidance. You need to do that to get the hidayah, inshallah. Yes, sir.
And we also learned, we also learned that someone could be better than can be better than others.
Okay. Excellent. So everybody mentioned something except all around that topic, but you guys remember anything about saying sallallahu alaihi wasallam? We talked about saying, remember that part?
No. I know.
We talked about saying the salah on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. What does that mean? We touched on that a little bit. Yes, sir?
We also talked about what does the word al mean.
Al, yeah, so we mentioned that. So al means the family, or in this case the followers of, right? Sallallahu alayhi wa sallam wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam tasliman mazida, right? Okay, so quickly, we said the term or the phrase sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam tasliman mazida, it means may the salah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, his al, so his followers, and his companions, wa sahbihi. What is a companion? What is a companion? There are three sort of three conditions to become a companion of the Prophet.
I know.
You understand? In order to become a sahabi or sahabiyya, there are 3 conditions, 3 check marks we have to have first. Who can give me the first check mark? Yes, sir.
You have to be Muslim.
So can you explain that further? You have to believe in the message or believe in the Prophet ﷺ. Okay, so you have to become a Muslim and believe in his message. The second is, one second, somebody do hiba.
Guide.
Pardon?
Guide.
No, guide? No. So 3 conditions, shurut of being a Sahaba or Sahabiyya. Can we become Sahaba? We can't, right? So there's 3 things that will make us a Sahaba or Sahabiyya. Yes, sir. Yeah.
You have to spread the message.
No. Yes.
You have to be in like the timeline of the Prophet.
So you need to see the Prophet. In order to be a Sahaba, you have to see him. Right? So you were living in that time. Seeing in him, believing in him, and there's one more. I need one sister from the back to say it. You already spoke. I need somebody from the back. What is the third condition of being a Sahaba or Sahabiyya? We see the Prophet, we believe in him, and we
respect him.
Anything? Do you want to ask the audience? You want to take a freebie?
I'll ask the audience.
Okay, yes, sir.
Maybe support him.
So supporting him is believing in him, right? Because when you believe, you're also supporting, you're spreading, you're interacting with the Sharia. Yes?
Having friendship and relationship.
Friendship relationship? No. You need to.
Maybe you narrate one of his ahadith or.
That's a good try. Narrating a hadith. That's like part of believing in him. One more person to get it. Yes.
This is like more of a question. But do you have to see him while you're a believer, or do you have to, or can you just see him in person and then like you like believe after he passes away?
So you have to see him. You need to believe in him, and you need to die upon the religion of Islam. This is the shurut of being a Sahaba or Sahabiyya. There was someone who lived in the time of the Prophet. He believed in him, and he died upon Islam, but he didn't see him though. Does he count as a Sahaba?
No.
But he lived at the same time though. Do you know his name?
No. Malik?
No. It's actually my name plus something. What's my name? Uwais Al-Qarni. You know the story of Uwais Al-Qarni?
No.
So there was a young man. He had actually a disease, like a body disease, and he was known to be very good to his mother. He was very excellent to his mother. He was very good to his mother. Anybody good to their mother here? I need to ask your moms about that. I'm not sure. You all gotta put your hands up, but I don't know if this is true. Okay, so this young man, listen to this. Listen how important this is. And this is part of our aqeedah. This young man was very good to his mother. Took care of her and everything. So the Prophet ﷺ told Umar bin Khattab. Who's Umar bin Khattab? Like Umar bin Khattab Center. Who's Umar bin Khattab?
The second ruler.
Second Khalifa. Excellent. Good. So Umar bin Khattab is the second Khalifa. Okay?
Who's the first Khalifa?
First Khalifa.
Abu Bakr.
Abu Bakr. Okay? So Prophet ﷺ, he told Umar bin Khattab, he said, if you see this man, Uwais al-Qarni, he's from Yemen. Okay? The Prophet ﷺ is where? Like Mecca, Medina, like way up, right? Much north. He said, if you ever see this person, ask him to make dua for you because Allah accepts his dua. Wow. Allah accepts this person's dua. So he told Umar bin Khattab, that if you see this person, Uwais al-Qarni, if you see this person, ask him to make dua for you, because his dua is accepted. Imagine the Prophet ﷺ is telling the second Khalifa, second man in command, said, you know what, buddy? Your dua is maybe accepted, but this guy is totally accepted. So what do you think the reaction of Ibn Khattab was? I have to find this guy. I have to find this guy. His dua is accepted. I mean, let me ask him to make dua for me so I can go to paradise, right? That was the reward of this young man who was awarded this. This is a special reward from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So make sure you are good to your mothers. Make sure you're good to your mothers. Make sure you are good to your mothers. Okay? They're all sitting in the back. I can go ask them right now and see who's behaving, who's not behaving. Okay? Welcome back to your questions. What's your question?
What about the men? What about their parents? What about the dad?
Of course, that's 100%. Listen. Let me give you a quick tip. If you make your mom happy, your dad will be very happy with you. Trust me. Okay?
And if you don't, you're gonna be very aggressive.
If your mom is happy with you, don't worry. Check mark for your dad. Your dad will be super excited. Don't worry about that. I speak from experience. Okay. So the dua here, it says, nicely, please. Say Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. So when we say وَعَلَى آلِهِ وَصَحْبِهِ وَسَلَّمْ, so the conditions of being a Sahaba is three. We said to believe in the Prophet ﷺ,
To die upon
to see him, to die upon his
Islam.
deen. Okay? So when we say Salah, when we say Allahumma salli, O Allah, send peace and blessings upon the Prophet ﷺ, what we're really asking is, we're saying, O Allah, send your highest praise. So in this term, salah doesn't mean prayer. Like, we're not praying on the Prophet, we are asking Allah to send the ultimate of praise. And when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala praises someone, and He exalts someone, and He raises their status, is that the ultimate of praise?
Yes.
Right? Because Allah praises, inshallah, us, and now we're remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is remembering us in a better situation, in a better
By 10
assembly.
times.
Allah boasts and He brags about His believers, about His servants, in front of who?
His angels.
In front of the angels. By the way, when you think about it, sometimes we kind of tone it down. We think, oh, angels, they have no big deal. They're probably just a bunch of angels in paradise. Angels are, they're not a joke, by the way. We said the angels are just in size, they're huge, right? They're as creation.
It depends about their job.
Okay, you have to raise your hand. Okay. Yeah, inshallah. I told you, keep your questions, but you'll get your chance to say something. Let me just finish the point. The angels as creation, they're massive. If you see the angel Jibreel alayhi salam, you'd think he's God himself. If you see angel Jibreel come down from the sky today, you'll be like, oh my goodness. Because he covers your eyesight, your full vision from the east to the west. The angel that has 600 wings. Can you process that? Do we understand what that looks like? Very hard to process. The size of some of the angels, we said before, from here, about their ears to their shoulders. Do you know the distance between? Yes, sir.
It's either 600 years.
Masirat 500 عام. The distance of 500 years from their ear to their shoulder. Can you imagine? Walking, listen, anything 500 years is a huge number, okay? Because you're traveling for 500 years. So when Allah says, I'm going to brag in front of my angels, and there are billions and billions of angels that are created in paradise, and they're all submitting to Allah, it's a powerful assembly. Like it's not the United Nations. We're not talking about the United Nations here. We're not talking about the League of Arabs, the Arabic nations. We're not talking about the United States and this meeting and that meeting and G20 and G35. We're talking about Allah and His angels. Doesn't get better than that, guys. So if Allah's bragging about you to the angels, I think you're in a good spot. Think you're okay, right? So how do we achieve that? We achieve that by coming to the masjid, just like how you're sitting here today, and we're reminding each other of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah's going to say, I have a better assembly than what they have, and I will have better creation, and I have better praise than what they have. Because Allah is the king. He wears the cloak of pride, because He's the creator, right? So it's an honor if He mentions us. And inshallah, if He mentions us and He accepts us, that's all we need, right? So that's why when we say, Allahumma salli wa sallim ala Sayyidina Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, please say that, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, wa ala alihi, and His followers. Because we're trying to say, Allah, include us too, please. We want to be included in that praise. Wa sahbihi, and His companions, who fought and struggled really hard for this deen to exist, right? Islam was brought to us like on a golden platter, right? Do we have to, anybody throw rocks at you before you prayed? Just because you're a Muslim, anybody went and tried to harm you or prevent you from coming to the masjid? The prophets and the messengers and the Sahaba went through a lot, by the way. Today we consider that like, oh my God, human rights, violation to the core. But they didn't have stuff like that. They had to just deal with it and be patient, and they were targeted on a daily basis. So I know sometimes we may be targeted as a community today, but you need to be a little bit patient, because our Prophet and his Sahaba were targeted way, way more than that. And they were way more patient. We tend to complain a lot. We know, oh my God, everything's not perfect. But Allah said this life is not perfect, right? So we have to be patient with this. So, moving on to the next. We have here, when we say tasliman mazida, right? Yes, so it's similar to the same taslim kathira or taslim mazida. What this means is that it means extra or additional. What is intended as taslim is peace and is added to the salah, which is praise. So we're saying, oh Allah, send peace and praise and blessings to the Prophet ﷺ, to all of us as well, right? Because if we're accepted, right, will Allah praise us and remember us in a better situation? He will praise us, inshallah. Right? Does He need to praise us? He doesn't need to, but He wants to, right? That's why when you say, Ya Allah, ihdina as-sirat al-mustaqim, guide us to the right path, the path of worshipping Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the path of success, the path to His acceptance, His happiness, and His praise. Okay? And trust me, there's nothing better. Like, you know, today, if you got an award, right? What's the biggest award today? You know, like if somebody in the world gets this award, they're considered oh my goodness, top of the top.
I think it's the
Nobel Peace Prize. Nobel Peace Prize. Does it get better than that?
Yeah, it gets better.
What?
Hasanat.
Okay, I understand, but I'm talking from a worldly perspective. Does it get better than Nobel Peace Prize? It's fancy, right? Yes.
There's buying a rocket spaceship.
No, but I'm talking in terms of awards.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yes.
Winning the Formula 1 championship.
Winning the Formula 1 championship. I am sorry, that does not count. Okay? Okay, so, yes, I know.
Winning the Oscar award.
Okay, no, that's fair. So,
Always better.
let's say the top two today are the Oscar awards, right? You have the Emmys, the Grammys, this, that, and you have Nobel Peace Prize. These are considered top-notch. You know, if you get this, you've made it, right? But the ultimate reward, or the ultimate award you can get,
world record.
the ultimate award you can get in reality is what?
Paradise. The world record. Paradise?
No. Paradise is part of it. Paradise is part of it. But what's the ultimate award you can have?
Close to Allah.
Close to Allah.
Allah's forgiveness.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bragging about His angel, bragging about you to His angels. Okay, that's up there. Yes. The Hidayah, excellent. Anything else? It's all good answers, all correct answers. Yes, sir.
Being able to live.
Being able to live. Yes. I mean, it's definitely a bounty, right? But we want to aim high. Yes. Being a Muslim, a submitter. Okay. We kind of mentioned this, by the way. Surah Al-Bayyinah, does this ring a bell?
No. I know the ayah.
One second. Yes, miss? No? You guys are awfully quiet in the back.
I know the ayah.
Awfully quiet. I need to hear some answers from you guys.
I know the ayah.
Oh, yes, sir. What's your name? Jannah, mashallah. Okay, good answer. But there's something better and higher than Jannah. Yes, sir.
Me?
Yes.
Firdaus al-A'la.
Firdaus al-A'la. Excellent. What's even better than Firdaus al-A'la? Okay, yes. Pardon? Meeting Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Definitely it's an award, right? But there's some people going to meet Him and they're going to go to the fire. Right? So
Being judged?
you have to depend on the meeting.
Judged?
Let's see. Yes, sir. They mentioned seeing Allah.
So in Surah Al-Bayyinah,
Okay, excuse me. He's talking. Yes.
Surah Al-Bayyinah says, رَضِيَ اللَّهُ عَنْهُمْ وَرَضُوا عَنْهُ. So the biggest reward you can get is when Allah is pleased with you.
Yes. Rida Allah. Rida Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It is the ultimate award. Because not everybody gets it. Not everybody gets it. You know what Rida means?
No. Yes.
It's the ultimate.
I know.
It's the ultimate. Ladies, excuse me. Excuse me. Assalamu alaikum. You have to listen, okay? So, the ultimate award you can get, and the ultimate certificate you can get is saying Allah has accepted you, He will shower His mercy upon you, and He is pleased with you. You know what this means? Because now, it's not just a certificate you're going to get. You're not going to get just a certificate, say, yeah, I'm happy with you, ma'as-salama. That doesn't happen. The ultimate of acceptance from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala means that you will never, ever have anything to worry about, ever, 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 again. I want you to think about this for a second. You want something, when Allah says, خَالِدِينَ فِيهَا أَبَدًا, they will live there forever, no end to my happiness. That is so much mercy, and so much reward, and so much goodness that's going to come your way. You have nothing to worry about for the rest of eternity. I don't know if you can process it. I still can't process it. But it means it will never ever end. And that is the ultimate. If your Creator is happy with you, that is the ultimate reward. Okay? Trust me, no one. No Jeff Bezos, no Amazon guys, no Tesla, Microsoft, nothing. They can't buy a drip of that.
Even a house?
They can't buy a drop of that mercy if they don't accept, right? Money doesn't, it's not enough money to buy this stuff. You understand? So, very important for us to understand. Okay. So we said, tasliman means peace, and it's added to the praise. Okay? So it is another supplication for salam after the supplication of as-salah, which is asking praise from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Okay? The Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam was made a messenger,
A prophet?
by Surah Al-Mudaththir, when he says, yes. Can we start the Ya Al-Mudaththir?
يا أيها المدثر قم فأنذر.
قم فأنذر. What does قم فأنذر mean? قم فأنذر. Yes. Yes, sir. Yes. قم. Stand up.
You want me to stand up right now?
Oh, no, I'm just saying, this is what it means. The Prophet, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, O Prophet, O the one who is wrapped up in this cloth and everything, get up. قُمْ فَأَنذِرْ. Get up and start warning people. O Prophet, you have a mission. O Prophet, it's not time to rest and time to enjoy too much. We have a task at hand. Okay? قُمْ فَأَنذِرْ وَرَبَّكَ فَكَبِّرْ. And your Lord, praise Him with much praises.
Is this ayah now?
Pardon? The Surah Al-Mudaththir.
Yeah.
Okay?
I know it.
The other verse here says Iqra. Which surah is this?
اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق.
Iqra bismi rabbika alladhi khalaq.
I know.
Read in the name of your Lord alladhi khalaq.
You took my answer.
Lord that has created. This is the most important aspect. When anybody tells you, why Allah? Like, why do you need to worship Allah all the time? You guys keep talking about Allah all day long. Like, what's up? What's the big deal? What are you going to say to that person? If somebody tells you, like, and we talked about this before, it's quick revision as well. If somebody tells you, like, okay, you talk about this God in the heavens, what about this Lord of yours? Yes.
It's because, like, He's creator.
He's the creator. He is the ultimate creator. Right? No one else can say they claim the mountain. Can anybody say, yeah, by the way, the Rocky Mountains, that was my project, that was my summer project? Anybody can say
I
that?
have a question.
Anybody can say that? Anybody can say, the rivers you have, that was all like, my connections, I got you the water. I got you to this, I got you to that.
That's the question.
Doesn't work. Yes, sir.
Like back in like the 1500s, when people like, I don't know, Jacques Cartier, I know we pronounced his name wrong, like claiming lands from France and stuff. What if they said, yeah, I claim the Rocky Mountains?
Okay.
What if Martin Frobisher just said, this is like, it's
Yes.
France really?
Yes, so
See?
listen to this. We are really good at claiming things. We're not good at creating things. Do you understand that question, the answer? Human race, the humankind, we're really good at finding things and calling it ours. We found water, now this is our territory.
Yeah, exactly.
What I'm talking about is the difference between a creator and a discoverer, right? So when somebody discovers something, they like to claim it's mine. But they actually found something that was existing, that was created already. When you go fishing,
You find a new fish, a new species of fish.
no, listen to the question. When you go fishing, if somebody were to go fishing, what are you actually doing?
Fishing.
Waiting.
You're finding a fish and feeding it to yours.
You're just collecting fish. Did you create the fish? It's like, oh, this is my fish. Well, yeah, you just found it, buddy. You didn't create this thing. That thing was created, it's sitting in the water, it's existing. You just found something, you took it, and you sold it to somebody else, and you made money for free. Like Allah sent these things for free. Does rain cost anything? Like, do we have a utility bill called rain,
No.
and you have to pay for it?
No.
You pay for water that comes from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala free, out of charge. But again, people charge people. Yes, sir.
So what about, like, for example, machines that create other objects, like in factories and stuff? What about them?
But they are, yes. Yeah, your answer was the materials, right? And most of the factories are made from, like, metals and stuff like that. And Allah said, I sent the metal to earth, right? وَأَنزَلْنَا الْحَدِيدَ فِيهِ بَأْسٌ شَدِيدٌ. Like, He sent us all the raw materials. And we talked about this way in advance of this halaqah, the beginning of this class, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us all the raw materials, right? Yes, we can build lights and walls and carpets and stuff, but the things you're actually sitting on, you know what your carpet's made out of?
Oil.
Oil. It is a product of petrochemicals. You're sitting on oil right now. Like, you guys are like filthy rich, man. You're sitting on oil. Okay? So, excuse me. Ground rules. So we need to just remember. Careful. No fighting.
I want to
Okay.
break someone's back.
So what we need to remember all the time, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator. That is the point, okay? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He created, He also gave us some tools.
Gave us the mind.
Thank you very much. But you should raise your hand next time. Okay? عَلَّمَ الْإِنسَانَ مَا لَمْ يَعْلَمْ. Beautiful ayah. What does He say? He has taught man which he knew not. Are we all still learning?
Yeah, I'm still
Who knows everything?
I'm in college.
Who knows everything?
Can you answer my question?
He said he knows everything.
I know.
Yes. No, I'm asking you guys. Which person here
Allah.
knows everything?
Allah.
Mr. Saib.
I said person.
Mr. Saib.
No, I'm not saying.
I know. Always. I know.
No
Ask me a question. Okay, we need to settle down, guys. Guys, let's tone it down.
No one.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created us. He created the creation, and then He gave us knowledge of what to do with the creation. Okay? So there's one thing, we have a beautiful mountain in front of us, but what can we do with mountains and rocks and pebbles? Like, you have a river. What can you do with that? You have
Break it down.
you have okay, so you can break things down. From mountains, we're able to get, limestones and different minerals, and we can find gold and silver.
Treasure. Diamonds.
Okay, so from the creation, we are able to do things with it. Okay?
I said broken bones.
علم الإنسان ما لم يعلم. A beautiful gift. So in order ladies, in order for us to understand and to accept the hidayah, we have to have a mind
And a brain.
that can comprehend. And we need to have a heart that can also comprehend.
I don't have both of them.
No, don't say that. Okay? So the point is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us a mind to process and to make the right choices. So when you see things in front of you, when you see miracles and signs, you can accept. Everything leads to guidance. And if you are guided, you are given the ultimate of gifts.
The ultimate fountain.
Okay. this is the end of this session. Jazakumullah khair.
Yeah,
Now it's question and answer time. So I have some questions here.
Only from here.
If you have a question, you need to write it here.
What if it's not related to Islam?
It's not related to Islam, write it down.
Wait. Oh, okay.
Okay.